In this video, I'm going to show you how you can find the best wallets to copy every week so you can make 10K, 20K, 30K depending on how good the wallets you find to copy. Because everything is on chain, so we can study all their transactions. By the way, welcome on Handsome Finance, where we study what's happening on chain because the blockchain is not permanent, so we can see all the transactions, who made money, who lost money, for others more money, and make even more money. And that's good because we are exactly going to do this today by checking the smartest money. So don't forget to pour down your little matcha, ceremonial grade, and let's get to it. The most basic way that most of the people know is to come on Deckscreener, find a coin that went up recently. Once you have that, they usually go in the top traders. Once you get out all the snipers and things like that, you can start to find some wallets. However, I think this is a bit too time consuming, but that's not the way I want to show you. I will show you two ways that actually I don't think many people thought about it. So that's going to be pure handsome alpha. Once I have the wallet, I will pass it in this tool from the Investors Boardroom. I will talk about this later on, but you can use any tool that you like to do P&L check. I will see directly one thing that is important to me is the win rate. Here, 61%, it's a pretty good number. Now, the total profit, I see 562. So, and the third thing that I will check is the last 45 days of trading. I will not copy this wallet because this is too much ups and downs. We can be minus 54 SOL on one day and plus 21 SOL on another day. I do not have time for this. What we have to remember is that all the good traders we find, they use some sniper bots. So for example, base trading, that will be working cross-chain. And that's what gave me the idea, which will be our second way. What if I take the best traders by simply looking the one that paid the highest amount of fee to a certain bot? Well, it's actually easier than you think. You can take one of the last transactions you had with this bot and explore it. Don't check the summary mode. Go into legacy mode, and I can see that this person sent $2 to that address, which is one of the Solana bots on the market. When you get this address, you can just check in transfer who transferred everything. And then you can download this file. This, I can transform those raw data into a simple pivot table where I can study what's been happening and who paid a lot of fee. Unfortunately, we can only download the first 1000 records. I will show you another way in a minute. Once I have that, I can start to study those wallets and to find again if their profitability is good and if it's the kind of wallets I want to copy. But this is a bit too tedious, and I want to find wallets that will bring me consistently 10 to 30K every week. So instead of being blocked to the only first 1000 transaction, I resort my process. What about if I query the blockchain and get all the transactions that happen to this wallet address, which is the fee collector, and I want the one that sent the highest amount of fee and the highest amount of transaction. You can easily do this with Dune, which is a tool that lets you query the blockchain. And here I have all the addresses. This guy made 120 trades, this guy 102 trades, 73 trades, because it doesn't mean that there will be for sure good wallets to trade, but we know that if you're trading a lot, you are probably making money. Otherwise, you're going to be stopping making money at some point. And if I am 100% honest with you, this is already something that I was using 4 months ago on Ethereum. It's the proof. This was my dashboard. I was checking Banana and Maestro, which were good bots at that time. Now, they're not as good. And again, you have to calculate the P&L of those things. I actually have a few ideas to improve this. For example, I will put next a column here that will give me the SOL balance of those wallets, and then maybe a difference of the evolution of their SOL balance from 7 days ago to today. Like this, that will filter out what happened. Let's check, for example, this address with a number of transactions that is at 18. I can see that this wallet made quite good profit 5 days ago on this trade, 5K, on that trade, 2K, and the losing trade are not that impactful. So that will be maybe not a wallet that I copy trade blindly, but at least I will follow it. Can you imagine if we were giving this tool for guys on Tinder or Instagram? It will be insane. There will be no more bromance. They will try to steal each other's girls. And that's the problem. If you do this with dating, only one can show up on the date. Otherwise, you start to be Eskimo brothers and everyone become Eskimo brothers. That would be a weird world. But here on copy trading is different because everyone can copy the trade. And the one who get copy traded should be happy because there's going to be people buying after him, so the price will go up. How to copy trade? Well, it's pretty easy. I will give you a link of the bot I use, but for example, I just put the target, okay, the one I want to copy trade. If I want to copy the sell as well, the tag, we're going to be, hey, that's not being our time. Subscribe. Yeah, good joke. I'm going to put it active, the slippage, and that's it. Every time they copy, every time he sells, I don't need to do anything. It will copy automatically. But let's not stop here, because in the Investors Boardroom, the glorious community where we are also builders, Robster built this tool that gives a fully detailed analysis of the P&L and everything on the wallet. So what if instead of having to copy paste manually all the wallets here, what if instead we checked all the wallets? We find the best coin that had the highest performance and think, okay, we're going to check all the wallets that were inside and check if they were connected to other wallets that also had a lot of performance and then connected to another one that had a high performance. Well, that's good because this is exactly what we did. And I can't show you everything because some of the stuff are confidential, and when it's not me who built it, I respect the work of the others. So I know some of you guys are going to try to find the address by just taking the end of it. Be better than that. You can join us and be in the trenches with us, building those things. So here we will analyze the total profit, the win rate, the average return on investment, the overall score, that proprietary intelligence, the daily profit consistency, the category score, the average sold return, and the average trade size. Because if someone is doing an average trade of 256 sold, well, you're not going to copy trade them because you only have 10 sold in your wallet. So play in your league, you know what I mean? And click thumbs up. Here's an export, for example, of the top wallets. And we're going to analyze some of their performance. So what I like to study, actually, it will be here, the trading days, because I don't want a wallet that's never going to trade and suddenly trade, or one wallet that will be many days in the red. Like the wallets that have a lot of greens, that's good. So I can easily spot those. And when I check the trade side, I know that probably this wallet is going to be interesting for me. Okay, I like it right off the bat. Profit of 100K here, but it went with a pretty big trade. Here we get 73K, 33K, 16K, 11K, 8K, 6K, 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 5K, 8K. Okay. I mean, I like the wallet. I can see all the profit and loss on each trade. It's quite big. On Mother, it went massively. That might be a bit of a too big fish to follow. By the way, don't worry. We will give you access to this tool soon. I will inform you in the Telegram. I have to push you, Rob, to get this out because people want it. We've been using it like crazy in the Investors Boardroom because you can't get more details than that. This wallet, in the end, is pretty good, but had a few days of loss here, which I don't really like. However, the trade seems to be pretty good here on Mother, plus 200 sold. That's pretty massive. A lot of buy and sell. So I'm probably going to pay attention to this one for sure. It's not always good. I think like you need 5 wallets, and then out of those 5 wallets, you will usually find one that you can copy trade. And by the way, don't worry, we will give you access to this. I have to push Rob to get this out. So I will let you know in my Telegram group. And if you want to build those kind of things, well, join the Investors Boardroom. But more important than all that is that you have to check out this strategy because it's essential and it goes hand in hand, sorry for the H, with copy trading. But don't forget one thing as well. It's not to turn off the light when you leave your home, but stay handsome. Ciao. Or you could also turn off the light.